Sarah Cruzen spent the majority of her childhood being sexually and physically abused by the one she loved. By the young age of 13, Sarah sold her body to unknown men for countless hours each night so a man by the name of Gigi could make a profit. After a couple of lonely, horrifying years in the child sex trade, Sarah befriended a boy, Johnny, and moved in with him and his uncle. Johnny's uncle ended up forcing Sarah against her will to meet up with this Gigi in a motel room and shoot him and kill him and then take his wallet. Sarah received the sentence of life in prison plus 4 years without the possibility of parole. Is such a situation acceptable for juveniles to be tried and punished as adults? When juveniles are incarcerated as adults, this proves to them that they will not have the chance to learn from the mistakes they made, meaning childhood is over. Incarceration means to put or keep someone in prison or a place used as a prison. Prisons house adult criminals who cognitively understood what they did during the time of a crime. Juveniles do not belong in such a harsh environment. Rehabilitation is described as being able to return someone or something to good or health. They deserve a chance to mentally grow in rehabilitation centers and receive a good chance at life. Housing youths in rehabilitation centers opens the eyes of many. This caused taxpayers to want to pay more in taxes so juveniles could get another chance to move on from their mistakes. Congress should hand over the rights that allow juveniles to repair and cleanse their minds so that they are ready to be welcomed back into society. As a youth, the brain has not reached its full maturity. According to the American Psychological Association, executive functions of the brain related to decision-making are controlled by the frontal lobes, which are not fully developed in adolescence. This happens during early adulthood. During the time a juvenile commits a crime, they can inaccurately create a plan of action quickly enough to comprehend what's going on. When youths are tried in adult courts, adult judges try and sentence them way more severely than they deserve. A judge in an adult court may assign a juvenile a harsher sentence even if the crime committed was not serious. Studies conducted by Professor Redding of the Juvenile Department of Corrections actually showed that with the crime effects of juveniles incarcerated in adult prison, upon release, juvenile offenders reoffended sooner and at a higher rate than those who were incarcerated in juvenile detention centers. The increase of juvenile incarcerations caused spending to shoot up as well to extreme costs. Incarceration costs too much for most homeowners, and this caused them to believe that incarceration in adult facilities may be too severe of a sentence for juveniles. All youth offenders deserve services that will assist them in determining right from wrong. Rehabilitation can provide a variety of soul-enriching and mind-fulfilling services that help juveniles in healing from the crimes they committed. Patrick Waters, lead director of campus ministry at Madonna University, agreed that some kind of rehabilitation facility that includes the proper kind of planned psychosocial rehabilitation from experts in the field would be most helpful. Again, this type of facility would need to be structured so that it houses only those most likely to benefit from such an environment and not simply determined by age alone. There are also many citizens who believe that if juveniles committed such heinous crimes, they belong in adult prisons. Jessica Cerati, instructor of forensic science at Madonna University, stated that it is acceptable for juveniles to be tried as adults if the crime is serious in nature and the offender thoroughly understands their criminal actions. Many believe that the cons of trying juveniles as adults is that they really don't learn from their lesson, and if they commit such an adult crime, they should do the adult time. Reality, though, displayed that juveniles do not thoroughly understand their criminal actions when they do commit a crime. I plan to bring forth a petition for all of you to sign regarding juveniles being able to rehabilitate from their actions, rather than being tried and incarcerated as an adult. Congress needs to pass a law implementing that juveniles cannot be tried and punished as adult criminals, and I believe that it can all start with this petition right here, right now. With such a law put into action, our future beholds a world with mentally stable citizens and a crime rate decrease from today's approximations. By rehabilitating one offender at a time, our society will then mold into the pleasant place we hope America to be. Incarceration and adult settings will only continue to teach our children the same evil ways they touched on before imprisonment. If youths are given the chance to rehabilitate, they are also given the chance to achieve great things. I'm Andrea Gorgas, and I approved